Guys, this is what I mean when I be saying what I'm saying. We've got a lot to cover in one video, okay? Whilst I walk home because it's early in the morning and I'm out right now because apparently it's going to be raining all day and this is like 1 hour it's not going to be raining, so I've had to rush out of the house, yeah, early doors. No, I didn't have to. You guys know I was awake anyway. I've just been in the petrol station because there's two petrol stations by my house, yeah. They're both like probably like a 10-minute walk. So about like a 15-minute walk for most people, but they're like a 5-minute walk away. And in either direction, and I haven't been to this one in forever because it's the one where I accidentally, and it wasn't accidental, told this guy that, oh yeah, I think he's handsome, who worked there. I knew he wasn't going to be there because I know he works 7 p.m. to 7 a.m. Anyways, so when I went there, I had to scope to see like who was working, and then when I looked through the window and I saw there was a woman, and I was like, oh, praise Jesus, like praise Jesus. Oh, it's a woman. This woman, she was so lovely as well. There was another guy in there as well, which is quite funny, who I have seen before, but I wasn't minding seeing him. And then he already was like, oh, I know what you're going to buy, because I've seen you in here. I was like, brother, I haven't been here for like over a month. And I come here like once a month because I hate walking up this road in the middle of the night. It's very creepy. Especially because of this exact building next to me, which is a UK security agency, whatever. Like, it's, CCTV operation. You see what I'm saying? I've talked about this video in previous videos, so you need to catch up. In the middle of the night, like when I look out my window, my bedroom window, I can actually see only the trees, the nature, and this flipping building glowing. Like when I'm walking past in the middle of the night, like 2 a.m, this building is still open, and I'm just like, I just know something sus is going on here, especially because they recently just got these tanks. I'll show you guys the tanks in a second. None of this is anything to do with why I started making a video, by the way. I'll show you the tanks in a second. I need to redo my shoelace. Hold on. There's always one. There can only be one. I missed that song, by the way. Okay, hold on. Right, let's get up. Yeah, so I honestly just bought a bunch of random stuff, and I bought one of the old school energy drinks. Yeah, UK Health Security Agency. Health Security Agency. And they recently, yeah, I can see these are the angry rain clouds. Hence why I was like, I gotta get out, and I gotta go out and get out right now. Yeah, it's not looking good, breath. It's not looking good, breath. It's not looking good. But yeah, so let's show you guys the tanks right now. These were not here. Literally a couple of weeks ago, we walked past here. What's in there? What is in there? Like, I need to know. It's on a need to know basis. Guys, I swear down, Lord, you better not let it rain on me. I swear down, God, I'm going to be so annoyed at you. Anyway, looks like KSI's really left the side, man. Like, looks like it's for real, because I'll tell you why it looks for real. Because Talia, Ma, and Freya both said, like, we're not going to speak on the subject, which, if you don't know, and please do not reduce these women to just being somebody's husband. Because like I said, it's like the same reason I get annoyed about the Da Vinci Code and how it's all like, oh, it's definitely going to rain today. Rain is on the agenda. I can see it in the clouds. Like, I spend so much time outdoors that I've just found like I don't know what the right word for it is, but like, I have like a sense when it comes to nature. That's why like I can be somewhere and like have to be somewhere else, and I can just kind of sense getting there. And also where like the animals, they stop and they say hello. And sometimes when I'm singing, the animals react as well, which is really cute. It's really sweet, actually. I love singing to the animals, by the way, because they're a part of us. Like, they're a part of our society. They're a part of our lives. I love the animals. Thank you. No, thank you. They're part of our lives, and they're so sweet. They're so cute. But anyway, so as not to be like the Da Vinci Code and just a woman is only valuable because of the man next to her, because that's what I feel like true misogyny is. I've said this already. You as a woman are only valued based on the man who's next to you. So if it's a man who's just there to have sex with you, you're of low value. If you're the man who's like breaking his back and dying every day for you, then you're a good woman. You know what I mean? Like, you don't get to be just inherently anything as a woman, like, in my opinion, just because you just are. So that's what I'm saying. Like, please do not just look at them and like, oh, this is this one's wife and this one's wife. Yeah, they both are each other. But yeah, Talia is Simon's wife, and Freya is Josh's wife. But Talia, like, Freya is also. She used to be the one who was like controlling all of the Sidemen clothing. She was the one who was like organizing all of that. Like, I feel like her and Josh were almost like the parents of the Sidemen in a weird kind of way. In the early days. She also streams herself. She makes her own YouTube videos. She's got her own platforms. She does all her own things. Talia, she does a lot of the similar things. She was never doing the clothing line. Like, she also, like, she's an artist. She's an incredible artist, incredible singer, very inspiring. She's one of the people whose, like, careers, like music careers, I look at and I go, maybe it's not as bad as I think it is, like, because, you know, she writes her own stuff. She's lovely, and she also does a lot of videos. She does a lot, and also, like, she does these videos where she does, like, she'll be on Sims, and she'll, like, I don't know, she does a lot of stuff. I want to say that because she also plays Valorant and a lot of things. She'll be like, but this stuck out to me for this reason. She'll be like decorating a house, and I'm like, how the hell did you have this many ideas? Like, she really does have like the gift for it. So she's got so many gifts. So these girls, I don't want to say, like, yeah, and obviously, like, she's married to Simon, and like I said, Freya's married to Josh of the Sidemen. They both didn't look very impressed. Like, and I'm going off of my intuition again, kind of like I was saying before. My feminine intuition and like my inkling is that it's not looking good, bruv. It's not looking good, bruv. Like, it's not looking good, bruv. It's not looking good because Freya seems, because the personality is like, you can kind of tell. Freya, like, Talia looked irritated about the situation. She didn't say she was irritated. She didn't do anything to suggest that she was irritated in her speech or in nothing. But she looked annoyed, and I was like, that's quite telling, because if this whole KSI leaving was just a thing, she would be fine, right? And then, oh Lord, please don't let it rain, by the way, when the kids have to go to school. Actually, I don't think my brother has school today because there's no exams today for any of my kids. Okay, fair enough then. But I hate when it rains and the kids have school, like there's bad weather. I feel really bad. Like yesterday when the weather was really bad, the Kiddlywinks were all finishing their second exams, and it made me literally want to cry. Anyway, oh my gosh, this is why you look at yourself in the frickin' camera. Yeah, so, yeah, the way that they reacted, I do think, because the thing that was weird about this whole situation, yeah, was, first of all, how abrupt it was, because I felt like the Sidemen is such a, like, solid thing to, like, a lot of us. Like, genuinely, the Sidemen's relationships are so solid. Like, I believed in them more than I ever believed in my parents' own marriage. Like, I remember being, like, in America when I was, like, 8, and I remember thinking, these two need to break up. Like, these two and my parents, they need to break up, they need to divorce. And as a child, because I was like, this is it's not looking good, bruv. And yeah, nah, I can't believe it. This is the thing, yeah. Genuinely speaking, like realistically speaking and genuinely speaking, I can't believe that many adults came together at the Sheraton, right, when my parents got married, and no one realized that that was a bad idea. No one realized, right? And the thing is, guys, I love my parents dearly. I just think they're so different. Like they're not compatible. They're different, but not in like in a complimentary way. They're different in like really different. Like I don't understand why anyone allowed that to happen in the first place. Like that's why I don't even blame them, because they were just young and dumb as we all are and we all were, and everyone's egging them on. But like it doesn't make any sense, the two of them being together. It never did, it never was, it never will. Like now they both moved on in their lives, and since that I'm like, oh, I can more see what kind of person I think either of them should actually be with since they've separated from each other, because you can just tell, you know. Many times I'm gonna stop here. This guy is walking a little bit like he's drunk. And anyways, it's damn near like 8 in the morning, guys. I've literally rolled out of bed and been like, YOLO. Okay, it's not even 8. It's actually way earlier than that. What am I saying? 8 in the morning. That's when the rain's gonna start. Yeah. I believed in the relationship with the Sidemen more. Like, I really, truly believed, like, these guys are solid. So, like, to me, this is like living through a divorce. Like, when my parents divorced, I had one thought and one thought only. Two. First thought was we're never going to have the family Christmas album. So I would like to actually get this off my chest and tell you guys about this. So my parents, by the way, my whole family are musical. On both sides of my family, everybody sings. My dad plays the guitar. My mum sings, like, my dad sings the bass. My mum sings, like, she's like alto. We have the capability as a family to sing and make music. So every year I was like, this is what we should do. Not every year, but a couple of times I asked, we should make a family Christmas album. Like, let's take classic Christmas songs, maybe like 5 of them or however many. Let's sing them together. Right? I'll play the keys. My brother can play the drums. My dad can play the guitar. Everybody will sing. I'll sing soprano. Like, we've got all the levels and layers. And then we'll record it. We'll take a cute family photo. We'll put it like on the front of the CD thing, and we'll post it for the world. We'll give it to people as gifts, like part of our gifts for like Christmas gifts. Like, this is our family Christmas album. That was my dream. That's like, if you want to know what dream was shattered in my family, like ending up how it is, it was the family Christmas album. So the first thing that happened to me when whichever one of them announced they was getting a divorce, first, I was like, the hell? Now there's not going to be a family Christmas album. And that really upset me, because I really was hoping, I was like, guys, listen, this is how you know my family, yeah? They don't really give a crap about me, because I was telling them, I will literally organize everything. I do this for a living. Like, I'll organize the venue for the rehearsals. I'll organize, like, we don't even need the venue for the rehearsal. We can rehearse in the house. We can all just sing right now. I would have literally going to pay for everything, organize everything. I'll organize all. All you need to do is show up. Never happened. Yeah, that's the true heartbreak of the divorce with my parents, by the way, if you want to know. That's the true heartbreak. The fact that we never did a family Christmas album. And even if not just that, maybe they didn't care, but because they knew it would have made me happy. Like, if we did it one year and I had a CD right now, I would be so happy to know that, like, we did the family Christmas album. But obviously, whatever I ask for is too much to ask, and obviously no one really cares about what I'm caring about. Anyway, so that was the first heartbreak of the divorce. The second heartbreak was obviously realizing that I never needed to be born if you guys are going to be broken up. Anyway, I never needed to be born. And I feel like it's important for me to say this, because a lot of parents act like, oh, yeah, we just had kids, but then the marriage, it's not a big of a deal. And it's just like, oh, well, you know what, we broke up and, like, oh, we divorced and we're not together, but at least you get to see both your dad and me. And no, because if you guys were happily married, because this is the truth, I'll say the truth myself. If my parents were happily married, I don't think I'd want to kill myself. I believe that. Like, and it's not because it's not because of them that I'm not happily married, but it's just like, I can't see a reason to be born. And that would at least be a reason enough, because I'd be like, you know what? Oh, look at them. They're in love. They love each other so much. I'm like a product of love. You know what I mean? Right now, I'm just a product of mistake and just cowardice and just stupid decisions. I'm literally a mistake. Like, we know this. Like, just because other people don't say this, and just because a lot of you maybe never said it just to the people you need to say it to, or no one ever, whatever, it doesn't matter how nice you try to repackage certain things. It doesn't change the truth of what's actually happening. Do you know that? Like, the fact of the matter is, I'm a mistake. I'm a mistake. I'm a mistake. And there's nothing anybody can change about that. Right? And going back to the Simon, this is why I love the Simon, because it's like they all chose to be there. They actually grinded and they actually worked and they were actually loyal, committed to each other for all these years. So if KSI left on a scummy one, like, because it's looking like it was on a scummy one, right? Because the way that the Simon like announced it, they were like, I need to stand back here, otherwise I'm gonna bump into. Oh yeah, it's about to start raining. I can feel it. Oh hell no! I'm always on crackhead energy. Like, you see this? Before human hours and after human hours, I'm in a good mood. During human hours, I'm like the most annoyed person you ever met in your life. But yeah, I think KSI, I think he left on a scummy one. It comes across that way. Like, on the Simon's channels, they were like, on their channel, on the 31st of May when he left, they were like, we're going to keep going on. This is a surprise to us as well. Or this came as a bit of a shock to us as well. So that doesn't sound right, because like, if you were like an amicable group of people and you were like, I would have thought they would have, like, he would have told them in advance, everybody would have known, and like, okay, KSI's leaving in a year or in 6 months or however long, and then they all would have kind of known, and it would have been like a really smooth exit. So it seems like, and it does seem like a very KSI move. I think honestly, he's somebody who's a little bit too addicted to chaos, in the sense of like, I think the stability of it all was probably difficult for him, as weird as that sounds. But I'll tell you why I say that, because his upbringing and like his parents, his family and stuff, they get a lot of credit like for a lot of things. But like, for example, in his documentary, the first time like him and his father ever hugged was in his documentary, and he had to like hug his father first, which I just think, why is it always on the younger generations to like be more understanding and more progressed than the older people, and they just get away with it when all of them were doing psychedelics at the freaking river, saying slurs. And by the way, yesterday or the day before, I was looking into Betty Boop. Well, I wasn't looking into her, but I came across her. In the beginning, you know, like cartoons, a lot of cartoons in the very beginning, they depicted like women and also children just being like really heavily sexually abused, and that was considered comedy. And this other guy had to come in and make laws that like, we're not going to make these things are not allowed like in TV anymore, because the hell, like, they love it. Like, they love it. Like, the older generations, if you guys are one of the younger generations like me, I'm like the grandma of the younger generations, and thank God. So I'll tell you guys the truth. You know, like how grandparents don't care to say anything, like old people, because they've seen enough, they've seen so much, and they just don't care anymore. That's me for my generation. Listen, I'll tell you something. The older generations, they loved it. Like, this is why we're not getting justice for Epstein. This is why we're not getting justice for nothing. The older generations, they loved their degeneracy. They loved making fun of women. They loved sexualizing women. They loved sexualizing children. They loved everything. They were all doing all these drugs. You know what I mean? They were all doing all this. All these slurs. They are the messiest people ever. Literally, let's stay away from them. Like, I'm actually here at the point where I just can't be asked. Yeah, it's about to start raining. I feel like I just started to see raindrops. I actually can't be asked. So they love the degeneracy. I just like to point that out over here. Ow. I'm trying to I've got really bad pain in my back. It's just in one exact location, and it really freaking hurts. Anyway, they love that. They love all of that. So yeah. That's why they were like, oh, I love my child, but I can't say the words I love you. Like, bro, it's not that difficult. Just say I love you. I love you. How many words do you use every day and you can't say I love you? If you're little, like you wet wipe. Like they're wet wipes. They're wet wipes.
Oh, you guys are younger now and you're also sensitive about...
Yeah. Sorry, I'm not just going to like act like it's normal for a grown man to rape me. Sorry about that. Sorry, I'm not just going to turn a blind eye to people shoving themselves and their fingers and their hands and their mouths on my body as a child in church. Sorry about that. Oh, I'm just a wet wipe. I'm just soft, and my generation's just soft. All right, cool then. If that makes us soft, thank God I'm soft. I'd rather be soft than be like you. I'd rather be soft than you see someone like... I was thinking about this, yeah. Imagine, yeah, as a child, what kind of has to possess you, like, to actually look at a child and abuse them? Because, do you know why I say this specifically? Because a lot of people, like, they look at me and they know, they've seen me and they say things to me like, oh, just because I got a nose ring and I got a flipping tongue piercing. Why would you destroy your face, right? Why would I destroy my face? Such a good question. You know what I have to say to that in response? Here's what I have to say. I have to say that, yeah, why would somebody else destroy my face then? If it's so beautiful, if it's so precious, if it's so youthful, then why are you so comfortable to just put your hands on it? To just put your hands there, right? Just not even in a violent way. Do you know the number of times people have grabbed my cheeks? Oh, you got such a nice cheek, so cute. Do you know how many times I've had more than once a man hold a knife at my neck? I've had fists in my face. All of this, yeah? I've had people forcing their mouth onto my own mouth, onto my face. And you want to ask me about why would I ruin my own face? Jesus Christos, you must be the stupidest person that ever lived. It's not about me. That's the point. The point is, it's about everybody else who's already doing it. Like, I'm having a proper crash out this morning, but I feel like it was needed because I feel a lot better. It's about everybody else. Everybody else just was entitled to touch my face and to do whatever with my face. Want to do this on my face, want to do this on my face. Men are telling me all these things they want to do on my face. Wow. And then you guys want to be like, hey, you should really have to. I do. That's why I get really annoyed about being touched on my face. Because I work really hard to keep my skin like this, you know. As in, I don't. But I just use tea tree oil and tea tree oil and Vaseline. That's it. And a face wash with the minimum amount of ingredients. And that's how I maintain my face, my skin. But I work really hard, and then, so that's why it annoys me when people go to touch my face. I'm like, I don't want your bacteria, whatever you've been doing, wherever your hands have been, whatever you've been up to. I don't even want your demons. Like, don't connect your demons to me. Like, don't give them a pathway. Now, you touching my body in any way, giving the demons a pathway. Like, no one cares about that, though, do they? Yeah, but people are like, how would you ruin your face? Why would you ruin your face? Why would you ruin this? Is why I really want to get a face tattoo, because I'm like, maybe people will leave me the hell alone. Yeah, that's the other reason, because it's like, oh, you look so welcoming and so nice to talk to. And we're like, oh, hi. No. Screw off. Like, back up and screw off. Like, I don't want to talk. I don't want to be friends, because I probably don't respect you. Like, at the end of the day. Like, I'll be nice to you. I'll treat you as a human, because I'm not, like, inhuman. Like, I'm not treating people like they're, like, dirt. But, like, I think a lot of people mistake me just treating them as a human as me actually, like, liking or respecting them in any type of way. Anyway, I'm gonna go. The assignment, yeah, it looks real. And it's like a divorce. Like, I feel like I'm going through the stages. The fact is, the reason I brought this, I'm even talking about it so much. Genuinely speaking, I feel like this is worse than when my parents got divorced. Which was only in 2022, by the way. I genuinely think this is worse. I'm actually upset. Like I was actually crying. Like I was actually crying. Like at this whole thing because I genuinely believed in like the friendship and the partnership and like the love and like everything with the sidemen. I genuinely believed in it and like how they were just so anti like everything I was just saying now. They weren't prideful, they weren't entitled, they always stayed humble. So if it's on a scummy one, it's looking like it's a JJ issue. Because he always had a bit of a pride issue, and I've said to you guys before, this is what you don't understand about success, and this is all going to be my final thoughts, and I'm actually going to leave, is this. One thing nobody ever really thinks about when they think about being successful, yeah? And like truly excelling. Like at the moment, I'm enjoying like being like a little baby singer. I picked one of my like producer's songs yesterday, and I'm like writing verses, and I'm not used to it. But there's something so like just beautiful and pure about the experience where it's just like I can't fake and pretend as if I know what I'm doing because I don't. And it's honestly making it like just such a kind of beautiful thing. That I'm just here, I'm trying to like channel my emotions. Like no, when I make the song, when I release it, like very few people are going to hear it, probably, if I ever release it, you know. So my motivations of what I'm doing, it's exciting and it's fun because it's like, no, I'm not like in the pressure of the like jury of the sheeple of like loads of people knowing who I am, and I'm also not like enslaved to like, it's not like people think of me as like an artist, if you know what I mean. Like not the world isn't thinking of me as like, oh, she's a music artist. Like no one knows that I'm walking around here in this town right now. No one knows the flip who I am, and that's great. And the thing that no one thinks about is it's not just about like the jury of the sheeple who I talk about often. It's also you, like it's hard when you get a lot of attention and like attraction from in any way, whether that be as a famous person, because you're rich, because you're in love, right? When people get a lot of attention, you don't realize how much that can produce pride in you also, like because you now become prideful about it, where you're like, oh well, I'm this and I'm that and I'm this and I'm that and I'm the, you know what I mean? You kind of feel like it gets to you, it can get to you. And I think that also happens to a lot of the mega pastors, by the way, where like the reason why they can't like they can't humble themselves and find the Lord is because they get so drunk off of everybody just like loving them and like the pride and like feeling like they can do anything, they can get away with anything, you know. Even Elon Musk is doing the same thing, where it's like Elon Musk, yeah, he's never proclaimed that he's a believer of God, right? And I find this fascinating because I think a lot of people, like a lot of famous people, not me just squatting in the road for no reason. I'm not in the road, by the way, the road's next to me. He recently was talking about how he's going to make a technology. Sorry, this is just way more comfortable for my entire body for me to sit squatting. I know that's really weird, but I like to squat. Like, I don't really normal days, but when I'm out and about like this, this has been more comfortable than sitting down. I don't know, can't explain it. But anyway, Elon Musk was like, how he's developing technology that will compete with the miracles that Jesus did. Like, so he knows Jesus did the miracles. Like, that's what I'm taking away from it. I'm saying it's all about pride at the end of the day. Like, you knew Jesus did it. It's like when they're like, this is the God particle. This is the God particle. Even God can sink the Titanic. If you don't like the guy, stop talking about him. Like, I don't spend time here, guys, thinking. The other night, yeah, I had a dream about Jay-Z, and I was so annoyed. Yeah, I was so annoyed. I was like, God, in my literal 2 hours of sleep, like, I've seen the sunrise after 4. I've woken up before 6. In my less than 2 hours of sleep, I'm in a dream and there's Jay-Z's there. And I was just like, oh my gosh. And it was kind of an intense dream, kind of crazy, the dream. And I do be dreaming about celebrities. I feel like this is why God gives me dreams about celebrities, because he knows I don't care about them. Like, I don't care. Like, I don't actually care. And to be honest, come to think of it, this is probably why Jay-Z is where he is and how he is. Probably got caught up in pride, because I feel like, hold on, I'm going to be right back. Yeah, I feel like Jay-Z and a lot of celebrities, I think they also became overcome with pride. Like, because guys, sins, they will over, if you don't, the Bible says resist the devil and he shall flee, right? Resist the devil and he shall flee. One thing I can tell you guys about sin, and from my own personal experience, is this, right? Something is manageable until it isn't. It goes back to the 4 stages of defilement, which I told you guys about many times. A teaching I heard from this man of God, and it's like the first stage of defilement is just becoming defiled, so like not in perfect state, right? The second stage of defilement is when you become contaminated. So now it's not just like there's dirt on you that you can just like flick off, but it's like it's now becoming into your being, right? The third stage of defilement is contagious. Now your behavior or those demons or whatever, you're now spreading that to others. And then the final stage is corruption. You now become that thing, right? This is a teaching by Alex Pagani. He's a pastor, I think in, I don't know where, I think in New York. And I'm not exactly happy with all of his recent actions for reasons I've already gotten into, because it's only recently that he finally said, like another pastor did, that like, a lot of Christians who think they're going to heaven are not going. I was like, yeah, we should have been telling everybody that. Not because we want people to go to hell, but because we want people to go to heaven. So we shouldn't tell the people we know are not going that they're not going so they can go. You know what I mean? Like, I don't understand why, like, actually trying to help everybody has been such a, like, hard thing, a hard task in this life or whatever. And so I think a lot of people, yeah, when you reach money, power, and fame, this is why I believe in the wilderness. This is why I believe in the wilderness period, right? Like, it's like where I'm at right now, where you guys are at, like, a lot of you, where it's like, you're going through a lot of things that are just testing every single part of your character. Like, I don't have to be walking around like this. Do you know how many men I could walk to two men's house right here, 2 minutes away, one's 2 minutes that way, one's 2 minutes that way, and I could just be like, hey, and just, I don't have to work. I don't have to go to work. I don't have to do nothing. I have every opportunity on my thing. I can go to London. I'll go to my old mentor, right? My business mentor, who's always offering me like jobs and things in the industry. I know industry people. I know industry things. Not only that, I can manipulate people. I have people's information. I have evidence. I have evidence of the things that I talk about on my channel. And I could take people to court and I could crush them. I'm not choosing to do any of the above, right? As tempting as it is, as nice as it is when I'm here, just like, tired, exhausted at the end of my day because of teaching, I walk up to the shop or whatever and I'm outside and the guy's like, hey, I know this really nice blah, blah, blah. And it's always like something that I would like. Like, so I know this really nice Korean barbecue place. Like, I can take you there. Like, it's, you don't have to do anything. I'll pick you up from your house. And I can't agree to that. You know what I mean? Or it's like, I'm here working my job, doing my thing, whatever. And then somebody in the industry, like somebody that I know, is like, hey, there's this really cool opportunity. They need a choreographer. I think you'd be perfect. You'll be paid £100 an hour. Like, it's always something crazy. Like, and I'm just here, like, just swerving every opportunity, dealing with betrayal, dealing with lying, dealing with everything. And because, you know why? It keeps me humble. And thank you, Jesus, for that. Thank you, Jesus, that I'm not living a life that allows me for pride to, like, overtake me, because this is what I feel like is happening with KSI and so many people and most of Hollywood and the world governments and everything. They get so drunk off of like loving the feeling of like admiration and inspiration and power and all of this, and it consumes them. They become corrupt. That's what it is. I feel like they become corrupt where they're like, I can do anything, I can get away with anything, I can be anything, I can this, because they love it. They love it, you guys. They love it. They love the feeling. And that's what the thing is that I can't be dealing with. I can't be there. I can't, because I don't love it. I know that, like, and I feel like the reason why they do is because they ignore the truths of things I say to you guys. Like, everything, it's fickle. It's fickle. It's all a fickle game. I'm thinking of the song. So there's a song, it's all a fickle game. I love that song. I want to be older. I want to be stronger. Don't wanna fall like the stars. I love that song. It's so good. It's all a thing. It's called Fickle Game. I think it's by, I can't remember who it's by, but it's called Fickle Game. And I think it's such a real song. It's so good. You should hear the guitar solos. Oh, beautiful. I'm gonna listen to it actually when I finish recording this. But yeah, Fickle Game. Like, attention and love and things from this world is fickle. Like, all this stuff is very fickle. Like, the real things, like, God was cooking. I'll tell you how God cooked, yeah? God cooked in the fact that he was like, guys, I've created this entire universe. I've done all this. Here's the tree of the knowledge of good and evil. Here's the tree of life. So you can go and pursue knowledge, or we can just have a great time in relationship, in love together. And what did we choose? We chose the tree of the knowledge of good and evil. Like, guys, we could have just, God is a lover boy. Like, he's a lover boy. Like, that's the thing. God is actually a lover boy. He's a lover boy. Like, that's why sometimes I get a little bit sick of him a bit. I'm like, God, like, just enough. Like, enough of the lover boy, lover. Yeah, Mr. Lover. Hey. Sometimes I get a bit sick of it because I'm just like, God, chill out. Like, it's not that deep, but he's just like, yeah, but I love you guys and I love you. But he's also the same one who's like, Pharaoh, it's not looking good, bruv. It's not looking good, bruv, because this is the 9th plague and you're still playing games and you're still playing in my face. I'm going to take out all the firstborn sons of Egypt. And then he did. So he's not, you know, like, and also, you know, the dogs ravaged in Jezebel's body. Like, so I kind of love God because he's like my 2 favorite kinds of people. Like, absolute psychopath, absolute lover at the same time. Love him. And he's too nice. I think he's too nice, but he needs to be because we need it. Because we all need it. Because, hey, the heck, if he wasn't, I would be in hell. I'd be going to hell. And the fact that I get to go to heaven, like, I need to go. The crackhead energy is actually going too far at this point. This is what I mean. It's the morning. It's cold. It's the weather. Like, it's cold. Oh. I'm always listening to that song walking down the street. Zara Larsson, Midnight Sun. Midnight Sun. I love it. Oh yeah, my mood has changed. I was literally thinking, like, what is the sharpest knife I have in the house to slit my own throat last week? And I'm not joking. And now I'm here. It's ridiculous. But yeah, I do think, yeah, you need to have a relationship with God, because when you have a relationship with God, yeah, I'm not perfect, yeah, and I don't want anybody to think I'm an example of Christianity or I'm an example of God. No, it's just like how in your life, in your relationships, yeah, when you go to work, like, say you're a married couple, for example, when one of you goes to work, your whole entire office doesn't look at you and go, oh, you're just you, whatever you are, your husband or your wife is just you. Now, when you go to your workplace and your friends, you don't go somewhere and then people go, whatever you are, this is exactly, you kind of do a little bit. As in, there's got to be a bit of an essence in there. There's going to be a little bit of something. But then when it comes to God, like, as soon as you mention his name, it's like people are like, oh, you better be the perfect epitome and example of the Lord Jesus Christ. And if you're not perfect, and if you're not doing everything right, and if you're not doing everything right in the way that I think is right, you're the reason I don't believe in God. Like, guys, if I'm the reason you don't believe in God, fair enough. But make sure you also go to God directly first. Because I'm just a girl. And I don't mean that I'm just a girl as in, like, to, like, write myself off, but I mean I'm just a human. Like, this is another thing. You know, I have been saying I hate there's so many societal things you can't do anymore because there's connotation. Me saying I'm just a girl, apparently I've realized recently, it's like, some people see it as though like you're trying to absolve yourself of responsibility. No. quite the opposite for me, and this is why I hate this freaking world, yeah? And I'll tell you why I say it. Because my entire life, I have overachieved at so many things. I've worked so freaking hard, and I've had to learn that I'm a human. I've had to have, God was the one who had to tell me, it's okay, you're a human. God, not a human. No one single human ever was there telling me, oh, by the way, you're just a human. It's okay. It's okay to make a mistake. It's okay to mess up. So I had to learn that, oh my gosh, I'm just a human. I'm a human. I get to make mistakes. I get to not know what I'm doing. I get to all this. For me, this was all news. And then people be like, oh, you're just a girl. You want to just... No. When I say I'm just a girl, I say I'm just a girl because, thank God, I'm so grateful that the Lord sees me as a human, because everybody else seems to see me as, I don't know what, some person who's supposed to be able to do everything nobody else can do. But I'm grateful to the Lord. So anyways, I'm going to go. But yeah, I think hairstyles left, like, and I think it's a pride thing. And this is why I'm like, look, it's not looking good, bruv. Like, he doesn't seem like I feel like he's become over. It feels like he had some kind of experience or something happened. Maybe Hollywood knocked, and I feel like maybe they were knocked hard enough, and they maybe offered him, and they were like, yeah, look, we're going to allow you to do this or do that, but you need to leave those sidemen behind, because the sidemen, again, remember, they run it themselves. They each own 1/7 of the sidemen, of all their brand, all their branding, their clothing, their food, their merchandise, like everything. Like, they all own 1/7 each, and they all have 1/7 ownership, and they all make decisions based on a unanimous vote from, well, I don't know if it's unanimous actually, but majority vote, because there's 7 of them. So if 4 vote towards something, then it's going to go through. And so I'm like, after like 12, 13 years or however long, this is not making any sense. And so I feel like somebody with a bit more like, oh, you can get away with this if you do this opportunity, you can make this amount of money or something like that, or something, but you'd have to leave the sidemen and leave your responsibilities, because as I said before, they each, like, you know, they each are designated, like, how many videos each month they plan, how they each, like, it's very organized, it's very intentional. I feel like he's just like leaving that, and that's part of why he's leaving, and I just don't think it's smart. But anyway, I'm gonna go. I said that like 20 minutes ago, and I've gone all these rants about everything, but hey, it's my channel. This is my only place where I have a voice, is on my own YouTube channel. So anyways, you guys, watch out, this place to win. God bless you all. Also, listen to Aisha Speed's World Cup song, and you understand why I believe in my generation. I was listening to it on my way out. It's so good. Because he's got like people from all over the world. You know, he's been traveling around. I didn't know this, but I think this is what was happening. Like, I think he was taking like videos of everybody in like their native countries with their flags, and people like flying their flags. And also, side note, you guys know, I've said before, because I was born in the United States, grew up in England, but I'm Zimbabwean and Zambian, I've never really felt like there was a flag I would stand behind. Yeah, I picked one now actually. As a result of Aisha Speed's song, not because of what was in the song, but the way it made me feel was like, I need to like embrace a culture and like call it my own. I feel like that would help my mental health. And just pick one of these, and just, so yeah, I picked anyway. You probably won't talk about that for a very long time, but in my heart, it's a really good song. Aisha Speed, World Cup. And again, will the industry, will Hollywood put respect on his name for what he's done? Go and actually listen to it, because I want you, if you guys see it, you'll see what I'm saying. He really has united the world, like, in a way where he's like, he just goes to every country, he embraces the culture, he wears the clothing that they wear there. It's like just like One Piece, ironically. That's what they do in One Piece. They go to different islands, and when they get there, they learn everything. Like, they dress in the culture, like the whatever. And he's also a fan of One Piece. His actual, like, I think his YouTube is Luffy from One Piece. His YouTube display picture. Like, and he goes all around the world, and he really shows respect to all these cultures. So I feel like in him doing that, this is why he's been able to pull this off, where He meets people who are like very proud to be from where they're from and their culture, and you get to see their culture. He eats all their different types of food. He tries all their different things, their local things, and it's so beautiful to see. Like, it's the complete opposite of what the older generations are doing, when they're just like eating the asses of the freaking people on the Diddy list and the Epstein list and all these Hollywood A-listers, all these, gatekeepers and all these politicians who are like, either abusing or eating children. Like, this is who the older generation likes, by the way. Anyway, if life's a game, let's play to win. God bless you all. God loves ya. I love ya. I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.